your name. Not Buddha nor Muhammad, but it's Jesus we cry out loud. Father, just forgive us. Hear us when we say we'll give you everything. Our lives and souls today.
Father, you know we need it. I've never seen so much pain. We have the faith for now. Your victory we will gain. Father, you know we mean it. There's no more heart of stone. We're ready for your power. Now the sin is gone. Father, Father, we will say come on, raise your hand and say ooh, Lord, can you hear even me, Lord, Lord? See, I'm coming to you, Lord, just as I am. I'm in need of the blood of the Lamb. Oh, my heart, my soul says yes. Oh, yeah. Can you hear me, Lord? I know I can't do this by myself. I
Do you believe? Somebody say, somebody ought to say, don't we say, yeah. Lift up your hands and say, yeah, yeah, yeah. Lift up your hands, O ye gates, 'cause the King of glory shall come in. Somebody tell me who is the King of glory, the Lord of God, strong and mighty. Do you know Jesus? Throw up your hands and say, yeah. Oh, yeah. Somebody say, yeah.
What's happening? What up? What it do? That's for sure. But everybody in our city says, what up, doe? What up? What up, doe? What's going on, everybody? Big salute to the replay gang. Big salute and shout out to everybody coming in and out of the live. And if everybody could take whatever finger they could, real smooth, like, real cool, like, tap on that thumbs up button for yours truly and the biggest Sam. And I mean the biggest Sam. I do know. If you're new here, can you please hit that sub button? Comment, share the live in my TikTok voice, y'all. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act, 1976. Allowance is made for the fair use for the purpose such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips a balance in favor of fair use, y'all. You heard me say it. You can't say I didn't. It's in the chat. It's in the description. Y'all know the rest. Oh, interesting. I like it. 29. Blessings to Jade and Monica. that is our names. Shout out to you. I like it. 29. Crazy word. Hi, what up, though? I see y'all. Hey, y'all. And if you do want to become a member, that is the link to become a membership. To become a member. There's 5 different levels, and each level comes with a different perk and things like that. That's the link. And me and Big M did agree you would look way better in green over here, too. We're just saying. Oh, yeah. And if anybody wants to come up here and rattle my criminal mind or let me rattle yours, the link's right there. Don't be afraid. I don't bite. Big M does. Just saying. She might, actually. And there's no copyright infringement intended on that song. The rightful copyright rights belong to the rightful owner. You know what I'm saying? Alright, y'all. What up, though? So we're going to talk about, and I got the handy dandy notebook. So Big M and me talked, and we listened to Tisa Tells. We watched a video on Tisa Tells. Shout out to Tisa Tells. I'm gonna drop her link in a minute, but shout out to her. But since day one, I've always had a problem with the timeline. And what I wrote down was distinguishing verified facts from opinion and narrating. Because a lot of people are making assumptions and playing the telephone game for clicks and views and focusing on the bullshit versus what really needs to be focused on. And y'all know, again, I'm no Dr. Phil or anything like that, but whoever controls the narrative controls the perspective. I don't know. I learned that in a class or two back in the day. And then in this video, y'all, there's a barber. There's a man. He is a BLK man, and he is claiming to be Nolan's barber. I remember watching, what's his name, Tatum or something like that. And it just really grinds my gears when my gears when I see my fellow, colored people, downplaying racism in the KKK, yeah, and pretending like it went away and because it didn't, as y'all can see, just saying, it never will, and it just really grinds my gears when they deny the facts of history when it comes to the color of skin. And I'm talking about the BLK man, the barber. And then y'all, remember last night me and Big M, I reminded Big M to talk about it, but there's patterns and there's parallel, from the tree. What was her name? What was her name? I wrote it down. Hold on. It definitely was a girl, too. Oh, it was Asia. A T in front of Asia. I don't know how to pronounce it, but that was her name. Fortune was her last name, and she was in her late 20s. And it was in Jackson, Mississippi. And it happened between, they're trying to still figure it out, August 3rd through August 7th. But she was from the tree. How come there's so many patterns and repeat of BLK people? I don't know. I'm trying to keep my emotions to myself. Alright, y'all. So, in this case with Nolan Wells, the timeline for me is jacked up because again we heard nobody talk about the last time I seen Nolan was 3 o'clock. And we left at 4:30, and then he said out of his own mouth, that one of his friends was calling for Nolan. But how is that true if the last time you seen him was at 3 o'clock? Timeline's fucked up. The barber's interview, fucked up. Fucked up. Oh yeah, Tiaja Fortune. She was 29. Yep, my bad, I found it. Alright, let's get into this little video. It's 19 minutes, and then we're going to break it down with My Criminal Mind. And y'all can chime in if you want or not. You can listen. But let's listen to this video from Tisa Tells. Shout out to Tisa Tells. Oh, here she is right here. I'm going to drop her link in a minute. But shout out to her. May Nolan rest in peace. Justice for Nolan Wells, yo.
Picking up, and no media is picking up, okay? You guys, I'll just be frank. I think, hey guys, what's going on? Listen, a breaking update in the Nolan Wells case. I know you've heard the interview of the guy that claimed to be Nolan's barber that went on Don Lemon's show. Yes, we're going to talk about the dumb stuff he said, but we need to talk about something that was mentioned that nobody's picking up and no media is picking up, okay? You guys, I'll just be frank. I think we are entering PSYOP territory, all right? In that interview, he literally pushed forward a race agitator narrative. He literally admitted that the interest he is serving, a lot of people said, oh, he's a clout chaser. He says, no, whose interests are you serving? He admitted on tape that the people he feels closest to, the people he knows, the people he hangs out with and eats with, and just talked to the day before he met with Don Lemon are those boys' parents. You guys, buckle up. We have the receipts. By the end of this, you're not going to believe this. And isn't it tragically ironic that while he's in the middle of saying this, there was another young woman found hanging in Mississippi off of a tree in an abandoned house? We're going to talk about that too, and how this goes into all the narratives that are being pushed right now. Let's get into this, okay? Now, this is what set everything ablaze.
Salute to a humble queen. Welcome, welcome, Big M. Salute. And there you go, everybody. If you want to check out Tisa Tells, she be doing her thing, breaking down cases and things like that. That is her link. Give her a sub, yo. It's free 99. Shout out to you, Tisa. Thanks for the info. Let's keep listening.
Listen, man, I want to say this to you. I know it's probably not following your questionnaire, but that is a problem that we're having here. There's a lot of blacks, right along with a lot of whites, that are having this problem. When Ben Crump and Al Sharpton came to our state, I think one thing they did wrong was you can't come down here and start saying that our state is prejudiced. It's prejudiced place. This is the state that lynched and killed Emmett Till. Well, that was 71 years ago. And Emmett Till was killed for looking and whistling.
Oh, y'all, this is gonna be hard. Shout out to Tisa because who gives a fuck if it was 71 years ago? What you mean? Oh man, let me go on mute. Oh gosh, this is gonna be rough.
At a white woman. These days, It's so many blacks having babies with white people. White men are marrying black women down here. We have so many sandy brown haired mixed babies running around down here. We are a gumbo down here. And another thing, Don, is we are a military community. That's how we got here. My dad is originally from Louisiana.
Okay, I have to pause this idiot right now because it's really sad. I don't know if it's the education system, I don't know if it's willful ignorance, but it's really sad when people don't know their own history and the history of the state. You guys, let me introduce you to someone really quick. Hold on. This is 29-year-old Taser Fortune, right? She was found deceased, hanging from in a vacant home on the 500 block of Road to Remembrance in Jackson, Mississippi, on the 500 block of Road to Remembrance. And this August 7th, 2026, okay? They found her around 9:05. The family is promising vengeance. The family is promising justice will be served. This is an active death investigation. Again, authorities have not yet stated that it's foul play, but on the road to remembrance in Jackson, Mississippi, we find a black woman. The community response and local leaders are outraged. They are saying they've contacted federal authorities. They are saying this is part of Mississippi's history, okay? But on top of that, Demartrian Trey Reed, September of 2025, 21-year-old black student was found again blinking from a tree on Delta State University in Cleveland, Mississippi. Okay, Willie Andrew Jones, 2018, right? He was found hanging from in Scott County, Mississippi, a death that local authorities. For that man to get up there and be so ignorant and dumb about the history of the state he lives in, I hope you don't have a canon event that wakes.
I'm with you when you're right, Tisa. Damn, I like Tisa. She be spitting that shit. And then again, this is a fellow, colored person, and this is what the problem is. They want to deny that history didn't fucking happen. Get the fuck out of here. Whoa!
You up. But more importantly, even his ignorance about Emmett Till, he was not whistling or whatever. He was blinked because a white person just felt like ruining his life. And she confessed and she didn't care. But more importantly, let's get into an asinine assertion that there's so many sandy-haired babies and mixed babies, blah, 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 blah. Are you stupid? Did you ever read Killers of the Killer Moon? Interracial marriage. First of all, that's what you were marching for. That's what you wanted. That's what your great grandfather fought for your rights. So you can sit there and be like, they're sandy-haired babies. This to you, it doesn't signal that there's any racial equality. If you write Killers of the Killers of the Flower Moon, the Osage Indians, I believe it was it Kansas, Missouri? I don't have time to Google. Hold on, let me Google. It was in Oklahoma. They used marriage as a way of property stealing and genocide. What happened in there? There were very strict laws about how the Osage Indians they were in oil money, right? And there were very strict federal laws about who could inherit property and how they could inherit property. So what they did was they would target women, right? They would target men, but mostly women. They'd make them fall in love with them. They'd get married. They'd have children. They would live long, full lives. Then 20, 30, 40 years into the marriage, the kids they made with them and their wives or husbands all dead. And within one generation, all of that oil land, all of that oil money was now with white people and their descendants. Again, read Killers of the Flower Moon. The fact that you can be so ignorant as to the nature of the beast, the fact that you can be so ignorant, the fact that you could be so ignorant about the things happening in your own state, and you're proudly ignorant, but I think I know why they're actually having this go. But let me let you hear the voice because I think they're going with a good old fashioned racial agitator vote or the way. And you know what? We'll talk about that. Let me get back into
You know, Tisa, I'm not going to say much, but I'm with you when you're right. I'm with you when you're right.
the audio. All right, let's pick it back up with its nonsense.
White woman. These days, it's so many blacks having babies with white people. White men are marrying black women down here. We have so many sandy brown haired mixed babies running around down here. We are a gumbo down here. And another thing, Don, is we are a military community. That's how we got here. My dad is originally from Louisiana, and my mom's New Orleans. And my dad was military. That's how I got here through Keishla. And so we have Navy bases here.
That was really diabolical. And they put it on Memories Lane. That was a sign. That was a they told everybody something. That was a message. Realized that was a message.
Like we gonna do what we want.
On Memories Lane.
I can't believe she was, and you know, it was 2025 because I remember Mocha covering it. Remember the that just last year I remember the dude was found and they tried to say he unalived himself too, and then she went back all the way to 2018. What do you think about these patterns, Big M? Do you think it's it's got to be a coincidence, right? It's not a pattern. It's not history repeating itself, or what do you think? Because I think it's history repeating itself.
Yes, yeah. And because now we have a person of power that has the same views that they does, now they know it's okay for them to go out there and act on these things. That's what I think.
Yeah, this one, I got your message, Big M, in the back chat. I wrote you back. This case alone, but it already grinds my gears to hear these ignorant ass, privileged people talk ignorant. But when it comes to our own like lookalike, you know what I'm saying? Like that, doing that shit, like that really just blows me. Big M, does that bother you? Does it bother you when a fellow colored person is literally gonna deny history and say that? Did you hear how he said he got here? Is you cool?
Yeah, I mean, you have all those. I mean, it's like you have some in every generation. So you have Uncle Tom, every generation. And this is a modern day Uncle Tom because he came out actually defending these white people. Like they really care about you. I'm not saying it's even about race and like that, but how he's downplaying what happened.
To deny black history though? Come on.
He denied the whole thing. I did Black History. He denied the whole thing about Nolan altogether. Let's not go by history, go by present. We can't even go with the history, go about the present day. He don't think the shit right now is happening. You ain't go with the past, talk about today.
He said it happened 71 years ago. And the fuck you talking about? What? Okay, I'm gonna get fired up. Let me calm down. Hold on. Oh man!
But did you also hear in the same way said that Al Sharpton and Ben Crump coming down here acting like it's about race? They can't come down here and tell people how to do. Really? Like you saying, them niggas come up and talk about all this shit to these crackers. They know better than that. It's not about the fly.
Calm down.
My bad. I told you we wasn't doing this one. I said we wasn't doing this one.
I ain't mad at you. Quick. I wrote in my notes when I was getting ready for this demonstration. You remember, like, back in the day, like the 1960s, the Southerners, authorities claimed that, BLK residents were, content under the Jim Crow laws, right? And the only time that chaos came was, when an outsider was agitated. What do you think about that, Big M?
I'm gonna say this. I'm 52 years old. I remember when in school, Black History Month say, "I wish the nigga would got me back in slavery days." Do you know we back in them days? Not it's not slavery, but they still doing the same old stuff they did back in the day. All the taking the black person down or breaking down like the family, like they went to, at the mama. They just broke her whole career
They
down. That
burnt
lady
shit
didn't
in
do
her,
ain't
they
been doing
burnt
nothing
shit in
but
her
good.
yard, Big M. They burnt shit in her yard.
Are you serious? I'm about to drive. I'm not
And listen,
driving.
and listen, Big M, hold on. It might be speculation because again, this is. I want y'all really to pay attention. I don't care. You listen. Think of a case, and think of a case like this. Oh, I wrote it in my notes. When investigators stall purposely, and content creators and local journalists and Nancy Grace and Blow and Joe and Mo get on it. There, I don't know. It's like it's only certain cases they stall on, right? So when the higher ups, the blue man with the badge, them guys are stalling, that's an indicator, folks. It's already off to a bad start. Why y'all stalling? And information is being withheld because again, Big M, I'm gonna piggyback off what you said. Slavery. No, I believe that slavery still does exist, but it's not like back in the day. But racism. Oh shit, that R word. And that them 3-letter with the you know, A B C D E F G H I J K, you know, them 3 letters.
KKK, triple K, triple K. That's it.
Them ghosts, man. Okay, so in that picture, the only thing different is they're not wearing fucking sheets. The fuck, that's the only thing is they're not dressing like it. Oh, they was all on the same wavelength. Oh, they all knew what the fuck was about to happen. The only thing different now today from back in the day is they used to get on the horse and put the mask on and the fucking cape and be broad about it. And everybody's like, oh, there goes them JKKKK people. Now it's like, oh, look, they're just in the lake having fun. It's white people just having
Nope.
fun.
Now they just now. I ain't gonna say it. But now they just have fun and just rich niggas. Just kill it. They get badges now. And they, could put masks on, say they ISIS, they get badges, the killers in the street. Like dogs. But I'm gonna go back on mute because this,
No, I feel you, Big M. No, and the Big M. That's not even a smidge of her, even but we have to, especially we got to come together, especially when it's them versus us, when it's European versus anybody with any type of color, any type of color. Biracial, any type of color. They don't like us, okay? If we all came together, but we can't, maybe one day, we could take over them weak-ass white people. I'm just saying. But, all right. And I just want to say this. Remember, I always say this in my demonstration. There's 5 tactics to manipulation. Because I used to be deceived all the time, and I studied and I studied and I studied. I will not. It's gonna take a bad mamma jamma to deceive me. Okay, there's 5 tactics. They're using Big M drop. She'll be back. They're shifting blame. That's a tactic in manipulation. Cause there's no tactics when you tell the truth, folks. None at all. But when you gotta get out your fucking little backpack and whip out your narcissistic manipulation tactics, you're probably not telling the fucking truth. I'm just saying. Oh, and deflection, shifting blame, classic, deflection. It's a tactic. There's 5 of them. If I'm full of shit, drop the shit emoji on me and I'll eat it. But there's 5 of them, and they're using tactics, not the truth. Why? Because something ain't right.
Spaces here. That's what we are. And it's a gumbo. Everybody, white people, try their best to not ruffle the feathers of black people, and black people try their best not to ruffle the feathers of white people for the majority of it. So when Ben Crump come to this town and start saying things like that, he's alienating these people and he's getting pushback now. That's why he's getting all this pushback. And it's going to me, it's hurting the whole entire investigation, which is why he's probably not getting a lot of help from people. To me, that's the deal. You cannot come in here and tell us how racist we are. Well, these people showing you how they hate you doing that type of stuff in our community,
especially in this environment that we're in. Wait, hold.
Okay. So let's actually talk about this, because I believe what this fool is being used as and doesn't even realize it is, he is being used as a racial agitator. You guys, one second. Because this fool doesn't know, we're just going to have to break it down. In the 1960s, the racial agitator narrative. Southern authorities claim that Black residents were completely satisfied with Jim Crow segregation and the local race relations were harmonious. Any protests, any marches or boycotts were blamed on outside agitators, specifically targeting leaders like they called Dr. Martin Luther King an outside agitator. What was the goal? By framing Dr. King as an agitator or an extortionist looking for trouble, authorities shifted the blame away from systematic racism, police brutality, and state-sanctioned inequality. It allowed local officials to dismiss valid civil rights grievances as manufactured drama. But I guess Mrs.
Let's go fucking Tita. Let's go. Shout out to Tita, or Tita Tells, man. She's getting me fired the fuck up. Let's fucking go. It is what it is. Man, let's go. Shout out to her for standing on motherfucking business. It's the truth.
Mississippi has moved to 2026 because now they're not having their, well, no, the authorities have come out. And instead of addressing what happened, instead of addressing that they are getting nowhere in the investigation, instead of addressing that they are more focused on saving those boys than focusing on what happened to Nolan, instead of addressing the fact that they've completely gone non-transparent and opaque and stories change, the authorities, along with these little tokens, are marching out to the media to let us know that we're all imagining it.
And listen, what she just said that is exactly what's going on. But guess what? America believes it. Did you hear what she just said? How can even one person believe the BS? It just don't make no sense. All these fucking interrogators that went to school in the army and all this shit. you're not, when you investigate, every time I watch 48 Hours, I ain't never seen them stall. I ain't never seen them do no type of shit like this in any type of crime show I watched. In a few other cases that were like this, it was corrupt, of course. Only when it's corrupt, it moves like this. It's not a fucking quinky dink.
And that's what Mississippi happened 71 years ago with Emmett Till. 71 years ago, those people are still alive. That woman actually confessed to it. 71 years ago, those people are still alive. They raised the people whose butts you're kissing right now. But I digress. You're trying to act like it's so long ago when there's a woman today in Jackson, Mississippi that is very close to you. If you want to take a car trip, that is experiencing the same type of brutality. And the state officials and these tokens are coming out and they are now weaponizing an old tired trope, in my opinion, that they used during civil rights, the racial agitator. Crump is a racial agitator. No one's cooperating. No one's talking to him. No one's this, because his goal is not to find the truth. His goal is to stir up relations and ill contempt between black and white people. And they're not going to do it. They're going to stick together. Y'all, they called Dr. Martin Luther King a racial agitator. And again, I'm not comparing Ben Crump to Dr. Martin Luther King. What I am saying is it's the same book, different cast. Whenever the modern agitator label, whenever a civil rights attorney like Ben Crump enters Mississippi to invest.
This is crazy, y'all. I'm saying power to the fucking people.
This is diabolical.
I'm fucking shaking big. I'm rocking Big M. And again, I'm saying one more time, power to the fucking people.
It's like they trying to start a race war, and that's diabolical.
That's what, Big M. There's more. There's way less 100% Europeans. I'm just saying, if we did it like that, you're 100% European versus not. I don't know. We might win. Probably not.
Ain't no might. We will. We all rank them in everything, especially in population.
All right, Big M, real quick. I don't know why, but in my head, for some reason, because this shit is so deep in races, that seed that was planted, Willie Lynch, in 12, I think it was, on Christmas, 1712, 1225. I don't know if it's real or not or anything, but I do believe back in that day, it was manipulated in the way he wrote that letter. It's cringing, but that seed was planted. Fuck the letter. Fuck Willie Lynch. There was a seed planted way back in the day. And look, it's never stopped growing, Big M. You know what I'm saying? What I'm trying to say? How can slavery, how can racism not be stopped?
Do you know it'll be against the law, basically back then, for me and you to be riding the same car together, even though you have mixed?
Yeah, no, I know.
We couldn't go to the same school.
Yeah, I've been on TikTok panels where we're all arguing about, all us colored folks are on the panel arguing. That's how the white man got us like this. Puppets. We're all arguing amongst each other. The one girl is telling the one that because she's lighter, but Big M, she was probably your color, and then she was talking to a lady that was maybe a shade like Jarvis's color or some shit. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, we were outside, y'all were in the house, and they dislike. They're like, you're not black because we had to stay outside and you got to be in the house. What?
What the hell?
And then
I'm glad I don't be on TikTok too. That shit, that's the backyard shit. That's backyard thinking.
They asked me if obviously, and I said I'm mixed, and they jumped down my throat, and they're like, no, you're not, you're biracial, and I was like, what? I'm like, why can't I say mixed? And I'm like, it was. I'll never forget that experience on TikTok. It was when I first got on there. I was like, this is crazy, and it was. I bet you all the white people were looking back laughing, as they should, cause we got to stop fighting amongst each other.
I think this Nolan Wells case is a wake up call for everybody to see how they play in our faces and everything. And they are playing in our face. Really, they are really playing, because all these little timelines and stuff. And
We give them one question. They're playing in our face because every day, like tomorrow, there'll be Nancy Grace going live. How the fuck does the story change every day? How do you have no answer? How you have not one close answer? You're more worried about causing deflection and shifting blame than to fucking go find the truth.
Because the truth will rock the U.S.
Big M would always say the truth makes them what?
Cringe, scared, shrimmer, yep. All that.
But I thought the truth was supposed to set you free. Fucking liars.
Not in America.
Oh, only in America. Oh shit, my computer might die. Fuck, hold on, y'all.
My phone had died earlier. Yeah.
Oh shit, we're gonna make it. Oh my gosh.
She running. You hear her running.
Dude, we're on 1%. Is that Lil M?
No, they. Yes.
All right, we good. All right, let's keep listening.
Investigated case, local institutional forces and online critics frequently deploy the modern variation of that narrative. Critics accuse national civil rights figures of being race baiters or agitators who are coming into a community to store up racial tension where none supposedly exists. Says that poor girl that was found in a tree. Let's keep it to it. In the 1960s, local sheriffs used the outside agitator narrative to avoid federal scrutiny and shut down local investigations. In the Nolan Wells case, the immediate institutional rush to declare no foul play before a comprehensive autopsy, toxicology report, or forensic phone analysis was completed mirrors that exact protective behavior. The narrative is weaponized to make the protesters and the lawyers look like the problem rather than the suspicious death itself. And the fact, it really does shame me that there are people that look like uncles, cousins, whoever, sitting here not even being used as a token, happy to contribute to this narrative. Because Mississippi history is filled with instances where local authorities covered up racial violence by ruling deaths as accidents or suicides, the Black community relies on outside eyes. Bringing in national legal teams and demanding independent autopsies is not agitation. It's a direct response to the legacy of institutional distrust. Exactly. Don't sit here and ask me why I'm looking at Mississippi when it's the history. When is it too much? It's been what?
I love you, Tisa. Let's go. Cause y'all, we ain't making shit up. What happened in Mississippi 71 years ago, 110 years ago, we can't control that. It is what it is. But we're not gonna fucking deny it. Let's go, Tisha Tells. You got me hyped up. I love it. Staying on business.
A week since the suspicious death? Y'all can't even say that. A month since the suspicious death? Can't say that either. It's been a year since the suspicious death? The Mississippi can't say this. So miss me with this whole, oh, that was 71 years ago. You are disgracing yourself. You sound ignorant. You sound ignorant to your history. You sound ignorant to American history. They have done this over and over again. And again, interracial marriage in of itself does not signal any type of repression or ending of systematic oppression, racism, violence, brutality, or if you read Killers of the Flower Moon, an actual genocide to do what you want. Again, but let's get into the biggest point is who this guy and what interests he.
I'm sorry, y'all, but this is deep. This is how deep it goes for me. This is how Nolan, you changed my life. Thank you. Because if you sit around me and tell me that racism doesn't exist, or them JKKKKK people, that indicates for me right away you're with them. Thank you, Nolan. For real, you're crazy. People, that is a huge indicator, especially if they're a person of color. Get the fuck away from me, because I'm scared of you. I'm concerned. What? Big M, you said this was a year for exposure. Nazia's been exposing. Maybe he's about, like, Nolan's about to do some exposure for.
Yeah,
you know
he
what I'm
about to
saying?
expose more. He about to expose Mississippi.
You called it, Big M. You called it. You called it before we came into this new year, and you've been saying Nazia was, but I think this is the year of the exposure, and he already removed me, because I'm telling you, anybody in America, I don't care who you are, say that dumb shit around me, and I'm getting up and leaving, and we will never talk again. I swear, because that's an indicator. They might be trying to. It was done so well, it had to be a plan. I might have walked right into my plan. You're crazy as hell.
I mean, look at the pictures of the island. And if you remember that they said that the police was there when they found the body already. When the people said, when the Border Patrol said they was already there, the body was already surrounded by police officers.
That was the kids. The army was in the fucking air, but the police weren't there. But I wasn't either, though.
Yeah, they was right there putting the body back, I do believe, but I'm gonna say what I got to say. The good old boys took it back to the water and left it in the water for the people to find it, because they was there before that, the day before, and nothing was there. But then the next day, the body appears.
With no, like, you
So I
know.
know a father looking for his son. He was looking all over the place, looking up and down. He was pulling up every rock looking for his son. Nah.
I'm getting chills, y'all. We might have to stop soon because this is sick.
I told you it was. These people are connected to Turning Point, a Congress. And Turning Point is, the presidents and the vice presidents, favorite group. And did I hear that Trump was about to go on here now too? He was saying something about it.
Big M, you mean the orange man? Yes, I seen something, and I don't even click on it. Don't dare. That's how they're really about to play in our face. They're really playing in our face. Hold on.
What's that?
Who is this? You're new here. Welcome to our platform. Thanks for pulling up on yours truly, and the biggest, and I mean the biggest M. I do know. Racism does exist in the JKKKK. We may not be able to change what happened 71 years ago, but we sure can change how things happen now. By golly, I'm with you when you're right. I hope you being smooth with it, cool with it, true with it. Thanks for that very great
Yep.
statement.
Whoever you is, yep, I feel you.
And again, I could think of probably maybe I wouldn't go over both my hands where they stalled, they didn't want information, they played with information, and it was because they were hiding something. The truth doesn't have to be altered, y'all. Nolan Wells, may you rest in peace. Man, he didn't deserve that shit. Oh, that's my sis. Oh, okay. Well, we with her too when she's right, Mindy. I'm with you when you're right too. Let's go. Hey, make sure you hit that sub button. It's free 99 and that thumbs up button, please.
Is actually serving. I know Miss Walmsley Wells said, listen, he don't speak for us. Get him out of here. Outta, this, that, and the third. But let's go a step further. Okay? Because I think everybody's missing who his master is, so to speak. I know he won't be offended like that because that's all in the past, right? That's all in the past. Reclaim Laura. But let's see what master he possibly serves, okay? Let's get into this.
Listen, man, I want to say
One
this
second.
to
Let me
you.
just fast forward
I
this.
know-
1 second. One
One
second.
thing.
All right, I got it queued up. Listen to this.
Our community,
Especially in this environment that we're in. Wait, hold on. Before I get there, do you know the other kids involved? Do you know some of the friends?
yes, I do.
Okay, go ahead. How do you know them?
Well, with the recent ones that was on like TNZ, I spoke with him Friday night. I know one of the white guys and one of the pictures where it's quite a few of them, not one of the three on the boat. They were all in a collective group there.
Oh, wow.
And me and his father, we're very good friends. We get up and have lunch about 2 or 3 times
Are
a week
you?
currently. Listen, man, I want to say,
Yeah, clear that throat. Clear that throat. Yeah, I want to say, clear that throat. Listen to the way he knows Nolan. Hold on, y'all.
this to you. I know.
Tell you with 100% certainty.
Sorry. 1 second. All right, let's see how he knows Nolan. 1
To
second.
me, Emmanuel, how do you know Nolan? Let's start with how you know Nolan Wells and his family.
Okay, well, I've been knowing his mom since she was like in high school and whatnot.
Okay.
But I can't, and his stepfather, we still work out in the same gym together right now.
Man, this is the best demonstration Tisa Tells has ever done. I gotta give it. Hey, and Big M, go check out Taylor House Publishing. He posted a video about this, and you might like it. Unless we all come together, nothing will change. Nobody deserves this 8, and we are one race, human. That part, we all are children of God, and I'm gonna say this: we all bleed the same color. I'm gonna tell y'all that. And I'm going to say we all are children of God. So, like Martin Luther King said, when he had a dream, maybe one day it can be the content of someone's character, not the color of their skin. But he said that back in 1969. But let's keep dreaming big. I might be a year or 2 off. I might. But shout out to Tisa, dude. She's giving, like, dude, this is what we need, shit more like this, dog. Like, let's go. Let's go. Shout out to Tisa Tells. Man.
And I came to know Nolan through his she had this lady babysitting, and I'm real good friends with her son Bingo. And they would bring him around, bring him to my barbershop all the time. And I gave him his first haircut, and we used to.
Question, Big M. Just like his best friend, his bro, who showed no emotion when he talked about so greatly, so highly about his bro. If You sound pretty close to Nolan. Why don't? I mean, do you hear emotion, Big M?
Don't ask me no stupid questions like that. You know the answer to already, JJ.
All right. So, what are you talking about? Again, it was done so well, it had to be a plan. With friends like
No
this,
kind of
Nolan.
emotion. No kind of, no snooze. You acting like you could did a net out like you was wiping your eyes or something, imaginary tears or something. He didn't do nothing.
So it's like this. Nowadays, you got like people like Annette who overdo it. And then you got people like these people that can't even try to show they don't give a fuck. Get the fuck out of here. This is driving me nuts. JJ, really. Dead ass. I stand on everything I said. I don't know what part you're saying really to, but yes, really. But yeah, we're almost done. This is we got like 5 more minutes. But yeah. Power to the people.
They probably was like, really, did he have some emotion? You really asked that question. They was cussing you out too in the chat.
Having to say every time he would leave, we would say, "What's your name?" And he would say, "Nolan Wells." And we all used to laugh at it. We used to make him say his name every single time, man. He was a funny little kid, man.
That's funny? I'm going back on mute. We're almost done. We're almost done.
Yeah, that was what was up, though. But yeah, that's how I came to first know him,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And over the years, you watched him grow up?
Yeah, I watched him
From
grow.
afar.
I didn't see him for a period of time, and then he became a football player, and I used to go to his games and watch him play all the time. And, and his dad was a football player as well out of Morris Point. He went up to Mississippi State, and so I knew he was going to be a stellar athlete. You know what I'm saying? His dad working with him every day the way he was. Everybody that come through his dad's training and stuff like that, all be pretty good athletes, And Nolan was no difference. He was good. He was a great athlete. Had NFL potential, man.
Yeah, in and out. So let me get this straight. You knew Nolan maybe when he was younger. You maybe cut his hair. Maybe. You remember him being like Nolan Wells when he could barely talk. So he was a toddler. And after that, the way you knew Nolan was you were going to lunch with his dad 2 or 3 times a week. Oh no, that's the boys. You spoke with Nolan on the phone? No, that was the other boy. How did you actually know Nolan? Oh, that's right.
Again, what do I always say? A little bit of truth in every fucking lie. He was telling a little bit of the truth. He just put a little bit of lie on it.
No, he wouldn't. And well, none of that shit, he was true.
No, like she just said, that he didn't talk to Nolan. He talked to the boys.
Okay, yeah, that's right. But he didn't. I was
But
like,
basically, what I'm
true.
saying is the little bit of truth is he's saying Nolan. What he meant to say was the boys, all his friends. So
Yeah.
every time he put Nolan in, that was the lie. A little bit of truth in every lie. That's, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling y'all, there is a little bit of truth in every fucking lie if you really listen to a liar. It has to, because it's coming from the truth. So got a piece of the truth's got to be in it, because that's what it's based off of.
Well, we
The lie-
heard from a whole bunch of liars in the last couple of weeks. We heard from a whole bunch of liars. Who we gonna believe?
Yeah, and we can't. The autopsy's out, but it's public record. But they won't let nobody have it. Just like our girl.
It's not
Ashley.
public record. They won't let nobody.
Say it again, Big M. Say it again.
I said it ain't public record. They won't let nobody see it. I don't think his parents even know what it is yet.
Well, we know it ain't gonna be. They don't want them to see it because it's gonna make them look even more worse. Because guys, I'm gonna tell you this one time. It don't matter how much you connive, you slither, and you try to block the truth. It's gonna come to the light eventually. It's coming. Even if it takes 10 years, even if it takes 50, the truth will always prevail. Dude has diabetes, type 1 for sure. I'm screaming. Yes, that's all these motherfucking people do is lie. Man. Keep listening. We're almost done, y'all.
Didn't know him. You watched him afar playing football and knew his dad was a football player. Right? All right. I think we got it. So what was the point of him coming on the show? Because you didn't know Nolan and you don't speak for the family and you never had a conversation with him as an adult or even.
I have an answer. I think. Never mind. Let me go back on mute.
As a teenager.
Damage control.
So the only reason.
Yay, big M, great man, sing alike. You said it better. I would have said it like that, but you said it better than I would have.
I think you're on that show is to push the race.
Kind of like, if you read it on Facebook, guys, it's gotta be the truth. So if it's coming from another black guy, it's gotta be the truth. Because that's how fucking dumb America is. And it works.
Yep. See, even the black guy said it wasn't racism.
It works. Woo!
Agitator narrative on Ben Crump and everybody else asking for not for the voice of the asking for answers to what happened to Nolan. And you are the modern face. I guess they wised up since 1960, right? And they got you in 2026 sitting here not even looking dumb, not even knowing your own history. Y'all listen. Let me know what you think in the comments, but this mess, it burns my. You literally are Trayson's future. I don't care what y'all think of these people. You are pushing a race agitator and you're sitting there with no guilt saying the reason why a mother who is investigating the death of her child cannot get answers and nobody will talk to her and nobody will say anything is because Ben Crump is trying to make what? The white people mad? The black and white people.
We're done. I can't no more. I almost flipped my table over, guys. Because
He trying to make us think. Use our brain and see what's going on for ourselves.
Well, a lot of people in America don't even know how to use their brain. So people like us that know how to use our brain, it's just gonna piss us off. Well, not piss us off, but like that's the wrong word to use. But make us just grind our gears. And I'm gonna say this: everybody pray for Nolan's mom. Just pray for her. I'm just gonna move on. Everybody, please pray for her. Everybody, pray for his dad, his family, but pray for his mom. Okay. Please pray for her. That innocent woman, just like her innocent boy. I'm glad you joined too. Yeah. Yeah, he sure is. So y'all, we're going to end it with, I don't even know how to end it tonight. Because this is just, Father, we need you. I think that's how we should end it. Because this is diabolical.
I don't know. This is.
I think we might just
This
end
case
it.
really just got it. Yeah, just drop and just end.
So listen,
Mic drop.
Mic drop. Again, I'm gonna say it one more time. Listen to the song by Goody Mob. It's called "Beautiful Skin." I love the skin I'm in, love the skin you're in, and respect everybody around you. And I love you, Big M. Salute. Salute to all
I love you
our
too.
subscribers. Thanks for tuning in, and salute to the replay gang again. Y'all be smooth. Y'all be careful out there. Only in America.